We're going to Kim Shui's fashion show about a year ago or so. We connected and came up with a collaboration idea with VeeFriends, and you know, this is just insane what was actually created. I'm sure there'll be better shots of this. It's very cartoony 70s. I've always really liked it. I was excited to do the collab with Kim on the Driven Dragon because it's one of my favorite characters in the whole line.
Big dripper, exotic bag flipper.
What number of fashion show is this for you?
Oh,
Wow.
that's a lot of fashion shows.
How you feeling?
Pretty good. I didn't get to see the beginning, the opening part, but I'm excited to see the final walkthrough.
Hey, my name is Kim Shui. I'm a womenswear designer based here in New York City. I was born in North Carolina, and then I moved to Rome, Italy when I was 2. And I grew up there and then came back to North Carolina for school. After I graduated in 2011, I already started working on clothing. And I made all these small capsule collections. They're not on the internet because nobody ever wanted to post them. Nobody wanted to look at them. I think I got one response from this blogger that I really liked at that time. She was like, "You're not quite there yet." And that was the only response I got. And I was so hurt because I think I liked her a lot at that time. That was a really big struggle. No one really thinking that it'd be possible. That was definitely when I was a part of the V-Files runway show.
And what stood out about Kim immediately was her attention to detail in her sewing and in her making. We think you have everything it takes to be one of the most prolific American contemporary designers.
That season it was Tyga performed, then Kylie sat front row, and then she took my garment to wear. And then Virgil was one of our mentors.
I think she's a talent that'll be around for a minute.
I was listening to his podcast every day for the longest time. Then I randomly got a DM on my not my brand account. I think he said something "Keep shining, we're rooting for you." And I was like, "Hey," I asked one of the girls, I was like, "Hey, is this a real DM?" And then she double checked, she's like, no, it is from Gary. I'm like, "Are you sure?" And then I guess then he looped me in with all of you guys. I chose the Driven Dragon character because it resonated with me the most. First, because the dragon is our mascot basically for our clothing. I use the motif constantly throughout my work. Drive was the main element that I could relate to the most because I feel without drive, I wouldn't be able to move forward to where I am today. And that combination just made sense for me. One of my pet peeves is when people say they want to do something and then they don't keep their word. I think to me that's once I focus down on something and make all the specifics around it, I want to make those things happen. Sometimes it just has to be drafts and then you can rework them. It doesn't always have to be just in your mind and then you're thinking oh, I don't know if I should do this or that. I think sometimes I just come from a place of do it, that's a draft, and then if it doesn't work, do it again and do it in a way that makes it better. I think that's where I kind of move about from.
Me so excited is looking at the manifestation of all of Kim's hard work being driven like the dragon, really excites the shit out of me, and I'm so happy to be supporting her. I'm incredibly humbled because it inspires me, right? Because I think about her journey. I think about the meetings we had where she talks about, having to make decisions that maybe were not popular to follow her passion. And this is an incredible culmination of a lot of her hard work. So I'm just proud of her. I'm so excited to be a partner with her. I'm cheering for her. This show's way too cool for me, so I'm gonna get settled in and just watch.